Hello and welcome to Hedgewitch Hearthcraft. I'm Caitlin Rhiannon. Thank you so much for joining me for this look at the week ahead. I'm going to be using tarot cards and oracle cards to get an idea of the energy for the week of August 9th to 15th, 2020, and how we can best navigate throughout or within those energies. So I'm going to be pulling 2 cards for every sign of the zodiac. The first card is going to be from the Tarot Familiars deck, and that'll give us an idea of what we're going to be dealing with over this week. And the next card will be from the Psychic Tarot Oracle, and that'll give some advice on how to best deal with the week. So you can follow along with the whole video, or you can skip to the cards that are pulled for your sign. If you do skip ahead, make sure you also jump to the very end, because I'm going to be pulling a universal manifestation card for everyone to give us an idea of what we should be carrying with us throughout this coming week. So since it is Leo season, let's go ahead and get started with our lovely Leos. Leo, your tarot card for the week of August 9th to 15th, 2020 is the Four of Wands reversed. So over this next week, it's probably going to feel like a lot of your manifestations or your goals, they're just not taking root. Things aren't solidifying. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of progress or development happening right now, and that's pretty frustrating. It's almost like questioning if your hard work has been for nothing, or if you made a mistake somewhere previous on your path to set you where you are right now. And the oracle card that comes along with this is the Six of Water, and the tagline on this card is Memories of Love. So you're being encouraged over this next week as you're dealing with a lack of manifestation to address your feelings, address what you're still holding on to. Maybe not all of your expectations are current goals anymore, and what is developing isn't actually fulfilling for you. So it doesn't feel like you're getting what you need, because you're getting what you wanted at some point in your past. So go into your emotional self and reflect on the decisions that you made that were driven by your heart, not necessarily by your mind or your intuition, because those feelings are likely related to why things don't feel like they are blooming the way you want them to. Virgo, your tarot card for the week of August 9th to 15th, 2020 is the World. So things are coming to conclusion or coming to fruition this week, coming full circle. This is really positive. This is not necessarily endings, but completion. This is achievement and starting to integrate your understanding, your lessons, what you have been experiencing into your actual life. This is a sort of a cosmic, universal, divine energy card, because it's one of the major arcana. So there is a sense of universe putting itself in your life and bringing things to a full sense of completion, so you can actually achieve the goals that you've been working so hard towards on a deeper level than just something mundane or surface. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is Destiny, and it's a fairly similar message to the World card. It means, in this sense, it is advising, go with the flow. Just take one step at a time, and know that universe has your back and is guiding you in the right direction right now. There's not a lot of you need to do this or you need to do that right now. Over this next week, this is a really encouraging pairing for you, Virgo. So things are coming to life. You are coming back to life and reintegrating yourself back into the world, almost being reborn. And this Destiny card says, you deserve this. Universe is giving you good things, so accept them. This is kind of a chance or fate card, so there's not a lot of deliberate action that goes along with it. Just go with it. Libra, your tarot card for the week of August 9th to 15th, 2020 is the Knave of Pentacles. So there's a lot of talking this week, especially on a material level. So talking at work or talking with your boss, talking about money, asking for help is what comes along with this. A lot of this is working towards a deeper understanding, trying to figure out for yourself what is best for you or what you want right now. This is a learning card, a processing card, and a working towards understanding card, but not being quite there yet. So that's probably what this week is going to be bringing, is more information on something to do with your financial or your material life. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is the Five of Water. And you're essentially being advised to release some sort of emotional attachment this week. The tagline on the card says emotional loss, and it doesn't always have to be about something that is taken from you. In this case, because it is an advice card, it's about letting go and actively releasing something that no longer benefits you. So if you are still holding on to something in your heart, even if that's just an expectation of something for yourself that is no longer relevant or present in your life, this is a good week to do some letting go. Scorpio, your tarot card for the week of August 9th to 15th, 2020 is the Two of Cups reversed. So over this next week, there is a sense of emotional disconnection, probably not feeling like you are wholeheartedly interacting with the people in your life. And also what you are putting out emotionally over this next week, it's not necessarily likely that it's going to be matched. If you put in 100%, the other person that you're directing that emotional energy towards might come back with 50. They might come back with nothing at all. So there is some frustration on an emotional level especially. Now, the oracle card that comes along this week is the base chakra card. And this is about paying attention to your primary needs, your base needs, your food. Make sure that you have enough money to pay your bills. Make sure that you are drinking your water. You're actually getting enough hours of sleep at night, that you're taking care of your base personal hygiene, brushing your teeth, washing your hair. It's easy to let these things slip because they're so basic, they're so standard. If you forget about doing it, it's just like, well, I must have already done it anyways. So if you do let it slip, it's really easy to let it keep getting worse. So this card comes in to say, pay attention, focus on you, focus on your base priorities, and make sure that all of those, human needs are met. Sagittarius, your tarot card for the week of August 9th to 15th, 2020 is the Tower reversed. And over this next week, this suggests that you're having a hard time moving forward or a hard time letting go of some part of yourself. You're struggling to let yourself continue to evolve. Upright, this is a card about freedom and chaos and destruction and crumbling down the walls that are holding us back from reaching our highest goals. And in this case, you're still a little bit inhibited by these walls. You're still letting yourself stay where you are comfortable rather than allowing yourself to experience the discomfort of change in order to progress to that next level. And the oracle card that comes along this week for you is Light. And the advice that comes with the Light card is to fully experience the joy in your life and the good things. You're holding yourself back, and that also means that you're holding yourself back from experiencing what is good and the blessings, and from fully validating what is a blessing in your life. You're not able to recognize it because you're not paying attention to the good and the bad. You're trying to stay in this place of neutrality rather than advancing or progressing forward. So the Light card comes in to give a sense of optimism, but also a reminder that, as you know, if you want to see this light it might be time to let that tower come crumbling down around you. Capricorn, your tarot card for the week of August 9th to 15th, 2020 is the Eight of Pentacles. And this is a really good week for hard, deliberate work, really focusing on projects and just getting it all done. If you want to totally disconnect yourself from the other people in your life so that you can focus on these projects, this is an okay time to do so, as long as you are able to actively reconnect after the project is done. But the focus is primarily on this work and on building what it is that you want to be seeing. Now, the oracle card that comes along this week is the Five of Fire, and the tagline on this card is obstacles and challenges. So as an advice card, it's reminding you to go slow. Yes, you are working very hard, but it can get easy to skip steps or to fall into patterns that you just might be used to. If you're really familiar with the work, it could be easy to get a little bit lax with your own structure and how you do the job itself. So you're reminded to slow down because it might be a little bit more challenging than you realize going in. You can face these challenges, but it's better to be prepared for them rather than to just rush, head in, and find them, and then be in this place of needing to deal with them and not expecting them. So go slow, watch where you're going. That's the main thing, is watch your step. Aquarius, your tarot card for the week of August 9th to 15th, 2020 is the Two of Pentacles. Over this next week, this is going to be a week of balancing, especially balancing your work and your everything else. Finances, the material stuff, that might be the primary focus right now, but it is also important to stay connected to the people in your life and the emotional, the spiritual, the not just physical and material that is so easy to become focused on. Now, the oracle card that comes along this week is the Sacral Chakra card. And with this, you are being encouraged to remember to take care of your happiness, your base pleasures. Allow yourself to feel pleasure, to experience good things in life. You're focusing so hard on balancing the material, and this one comes in to say, hey, make sure that you take a break too. Listen to your instincts, listen to when your body says, okay, I need something for me now, and do that. Treat yourself, indulge a little bit, take care of you, and allow yourself to feel good. Pisces, your tarot card for the week of August 9th to 15th, 2020 is the Four of Swords. So this week is going to be hopefully a restful one for you. This is a chance to heal, recover your energies, to calm down your mental self and to ground those energies so that you can pull away from anxiety and stress and into more certainty. So as a healing energy, this helps to balance out your stress, your mental aggravations, and it's a bit more of a passive or a receptive card. So not a lot of active doing this week, a bit more of the being. And the oracle card that comes along with this is the Seven of Earth. And the advice that comes with this particular card is it's basically to just be. It's about being steady and grounding yourself. So that goes along with the Four of Swords pretty well. And rather than being actively driven forward, focus on your next steps as to what is best for you to be doing. Rather than moving forward, this is a time to plan your motion forward so that when you do take those next steps, when you're ready to take those next steps, it's a bit clearer or a bit more smooth for you you have more of a sense of what to do, which will in turn help to push back any stress as you do leave this Four of Swords energy behind and start to move forward. Aries, your tarot card for the week of August 9th to 15th, 2020 is the Eight of Pentacles reversed. And the frustration that comes with this card is that it just feels like you're spinning your wheels. It's like all week you're trying to work towards something and you are taking steps and you're doing what you think is best to make this happen. And for some reason, it feels like you just keep ending back at square one. This is probably, because it's a Pentacles card, it's more material or physical than emotional or spiritual. So this is probably more to do with your finances or your work or even your physical body. Feeling like you've been doing the necessary work to see the results that you want, but you're just not seeing those results. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is the Three of Earth, and the tagline on this card is recognition and reward. So the advice that comes with this card is that you have earned a lot more than you're giving yourself credit for. And you're probably working yourself so hard that you're not fully appreciating what you have. So this card comes up to say, pay attention to what you have already done, the progress that you have already made, rather than trying to keep forcing yourself to keep moving without crediting, validating, accepting what you've already done. You've got these accomplishments that are just tossed aside because they were on the way to the end goal. So maybe it's time to enjoy the journey rather than focus so much on the destination. Taurus, your tarot card for the week of August 9th to 15th, 2020 is the Lovers. So this is a pretty deep card because it is a major arcana card. It's not just something as simple as a base emotional connection or a new relationship. It can mean deep integration with the connection with yourself in some cases. It can mean a relationship with another person and a deepening of that. In this case, though, it really is more about your connection with yourself and with trust itself. So there is a sense of rebuilding trust in yourself and allowing yourself to begin to open up to connections with other people. There is a feeling of vulnerability here, and you might not necessarily be ready for that level of vulnerability right now, but the door is unlocked and almost ready for you to open it when you're ready. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is the Six of Air, and the tagline is moving on. And the advice that comes with this card is to leave some things behind. Probably expectations, not just connections. Because of the Lovers card, this is suggesting some sort of new connection or reinforced connection with yourself or with somebody else or with other people, not just one person. It can mean other connections, being open to connections. But there is something that you're holding on to, some expectation or a personification of yourself, like a version of yourself that you put forward for other people to see rather than the real you. And it's time to leave that behind. There may be some sort of emotional connection that you're trying to move on from as well, but that is related to these expectations that you have for yourself. If you keep finding yourself going back to, well, this happened with so-and-so, or this happened to me when I was here, it might be time to address those feelings so that you can leave them behind, so that you can stop putting your past onto your future. Gemini, your tarot card for the week of August 9th to 15th, 2020 is the Hanged Man. So there's probably not going to be a lot of movement for you this coming week, I'm sorry to say. It's probably going to feel like you're stuck, or like you just have no options right now. When it comes to other people, they are doing their own thing and you're kind of off in your own world, a little bit disconnected, half here, half there. And that's unsettling, but it does allow you to see things from a new perspective. That's one of the positive things that comes with this Hanged Man, is a chance to, see things from a new angle. Because you're not able to actively move, you can keep looking at things in new and different ways. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is the Five of Fire. And it's kind of confirming this is not the most convenient or easy of weeks for you. There are challenges that you are facing. But the thing about this card as an advice card is it's really encouraging you to face those challenges, because as soon as you deal with them, they're done. If this being stuck is because it's not time to move forward, that's one thing. But if you are staying where you are, or if you continue to stay where you are because you don't want to deal with the challenges or the obstacles that are in front of you, well, it's time to just face them. You won't move forward until you actively allow yourself to move forward, and that will take a little bit of courage. Cancer, your tarot card for the week of August 9th to 15th, 2020 is Justice reversed. And this is a difficult card to deal with, especially the reversal of it, because you're trying to do everything. Not everything is your job. Not everything is your decision to make. It's, this is struggling to make the hard decisions because it might not be your choice. Someone might be asking for your help, but in that case, all you can do is provide your opinion. You cannot change anybody's mind. You cannot make any decisions for people. You cannot make people do anything that they're not going to do on their own. And that can be a little hard sometimes, especially if people are coming to you for advice and then they turn around and do whatever they want. That can feel almost like a betrayal, but just try to keep in mind that it's not your job. Now, the oracle card that comes along this week is the Three of Water, and this is a really encouraging advice card because you are being told, have fun, do what makes you happy, do what makes your heart happy. Instead of focusing on other people who aren't upholding their responsibilities, turn your attention to the people in your life who do resonate on your level with your morality, your sense of duty, of what needs to get done, instead of dwelling on trying to fix the people that, in your opinion, aren't doing things the right way. Share your energy with the people in your life who are. So this is a really fun card about, let yourself be happy. Let yourself do the things that make you happy, and seek that out and share those happinesses with the people who matter most to you. At the end of my readings, I like to pull a card from my favorite manifestation deck, the Super Attractor deck. And I've just pulled one for everyone who tunes into this video to get an idea of what would be just good to carry with us for this coming week. So the card that I've got for this week says, I heal the habit of fear and I embrace the habit of love. I heal the habit of fear and I embrace the habit of love. And let me know in the comments down below what that says to you. My interpretation for myself, what this says to me, is about, it's pretty direct. It's healing this, allowing myself to stop falling into the habit of being afraid and opening up to habitually loving, like actually making a habit of experiencing that warm, loving, unconditional positivity. But let me know what it says to you. Thank you so much for joining me for this look at the week ahead. I hope that these readings have been resonant and that they provide a helpful, relevant compass to just give a little bit of extra direction or clarity throughout the coming week. Please like the video if it sang to your soul or resonated with you. Comment down below what stood out to you and what you thought of the cards that were pulled for you, or what you thought of that super attractor card at the very end. And make sure that you subscribe so that you can stay connected for more of these weekly readings and monthly forecasts too. Make sure you can also follow me on Facebook at Hedgewitch Hearthcraft. And that's the best way to get in touch with me if you ever want to book a reading of your own. I also post daily single card readings to give an idea of what we should be carrying with us throughout the day, or where we should be focusing our energy. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this. Have a wonderful week, and blessed be.